Welcome to ABCNYS Today, a brief, regular audio update helping to keep our American Baptist community in upstate New York connected. And in this episode, we'll start with an interview with Christine Rausch. She's the CEO of the American Baptist Foundation. We'll include some news about the regional offering and a feature or two about the upcoming biennial that we have here in New York State in October, and anything else that comes before the meeting. So let's get started. We have as our guest today Christine Rausch, who is the CEO of the American Baptist Foundation, and we're hoping to learn some of the ins and outs of what the foundation can do. Christine, welcome.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be meeting with you again. As you know, New York State was home to me for much of my life. Served on staff with Bill Carlson back in the day, so I love talking to my fellow New Yorkers.
Well, it's good to have you. Was in this sesquicentennial, whatever year this is, we're thinking about history and stuff. And when American Baptist started to take shape in its earliest forms, there certainly wasn't an American Baptist Foundation. Why did the American Baptist start the American Baptist Foundation?
Oh, that's a great question. There were actually a couple of reasons. One was people were beginning to understand the incredible value of endowments. When an organization like a church or one of our national partners has an endowment, it makes it a lot easier to get through some lean years and set aside for the tough times so that ministry continues even in down times. And so creating endowments became an important thing. So they thought about creating a foundation to help do that. In addition to that, what we had recognized was planned giving or legacy giving is kind of a niche. And so each of our members, which are our regions, the American Baptist Home Mission Society and International Ministries, they could each bring in a staff person for doing planned gifts. But what if we work together? If we work together, it would save on costs for everybody. It just seemed like a great idea to go into partnership with each other and do it as one body. And the results of that were actually pretty appreciated by the average donor. They weren't necessarily excited by having everybody show up at their doorstep, but having just a foundation rep show up who could then help people give to any and all of their favorite organizations just made a lot of sense. So 1985, we were formed, our 41st year. Those of you in New York know Bill Carlson was a big piece of helping get the foundation up and running. Bill served as our president for a number of years. And so we've now got 41 years of history under our belt.
Now, the foundation serves churches and the denominational organizations, but and individuals. Are there some of the most common, like two or three of the most common services that are used by the foundation?
Oh, sure. For churches, we do a lot of investment management. So if a local church has funds that they're hoping to use and to grow over time, they want those funds, really things like an endowment. They want it to be there long term. And so they place those funds with us. We have Merrill Lynch advisors who do just an outstanding job for us. And the typical draw on those funds is a 5% draw each year. And so they bring it to us, we help them grow it, and they have those reserve funds to fall back on. The great thing about working with the foundation in investment management, though, is not only do we help you manage those funds well, we also have staff that will come meet with you, talk with your folks about planned gifts they might choose to leave, and to help that fund to actually grow. And so not only are we helping it grow through good investment management, we will help you talk to folks in your congregation who might like to leave a gift themselves. And so we'll sit in the living room, and that's where the individual piece comes in. We'll talk to a potential donor and ask questions like, what are you passionate about? What ministries do you care about? And it's often something like the local church. In my own family, it was Pathfinder Lodge. Lots of folks love Camp Vic. They love their region, ABCNYS, international ministries, home mission societies, whatever they love, we can help give them some suggestions on how they could create a planned gift, a legacy gift, at the end of their lifetime. Or maybe it's somebody that has some funds right now, and we can help them understand the best ways to give those.
So,
Not to bore you with all the details, but there's some pockets that giving out of this fund is better for you in terms of taxes than giving out of this fund. Giving a
yeah.
stock might be better than giving actual cash. So those are the kinds of things we know and can help educate our donors about.
So it sounds like the foundation kind of works with churches and organizations, but also with individuals. I know the website actually, I think uses your website actually uses those two terms or two tabs at the top, maybe even. But for individuals, it talks about estate planning, the idea that when I die, may want to leave a portion or all or whatever to a particular purpose that I might have. Um, that involves wills and trusts. How does the foundation involved in that? Do you have lawyers that do that, or you help us to advise to think about it?
It's more the latter. We do have a good lawyer that assists us as trusts come in and helps us work through those. But our primary function is really to sit down with an individual and talk about what it is that they hope to do. And then we might have some suggestions on how they go about it. We bring in their financial planner, their lawyer, and their family members. We don't want a child to suddenly be surprised by what mom and dad decided to do. So, it's always up to the donor, of course, but we strongly advise them, get your family involved, help them to understand your passions and what you were doing and why you were making those decisions.
Yeah, I was thinking that one of the more interesting things you do with individuals is this charitable gift annuity. And that means that I could turn over a certain amount of money and you would pay me the interest, or you would pay me an annual or a monthly amount back from that account. How does that work?
Sure.
Charitable gift annuity?
Charitable gift annuities. We do write charitable gift annuities, and it's for a donor that wants to make a charitable gift, but really needs some income still in their lifetime. And so they will write a gift annuity with us for a set amount that they determine. And then we will write up a proposal for them and share how much of an income they could anticipate off of that each year. And then if this sounds like a good plan to them, then we write out an agreement, a gift annuity agreement. And for the rest of their lifetime, we will make that payment to them. So they, people, you don't know when God intends to call you home. And so
Yeah.
for some people, those gifts are paying them long after they ever anticipated being able to receive an income. But in the end, when they do pass away, the charity that they have named will receive a gift in their honor. So it's a great plan for someone that needs a little income and yet wants to make a charitable gift in their lifetime.
You know, the other big category does seem to be churches. And so you could actually help a church start an endowment fund.
Absolutely. That's one of our primary pieces. In addition to investment management, we work with churches to set up their own endowment And then we come in and on a regular basis, depending on what they would like from us, we come in and do workshops on how to write wills, how to put something in your will to leave a portion to your church, how to create how to write a beneficiary form for a retirement account or an insurance policy that could help support the work of your church or your region. So we work with churches then to first set that endowment up and then help fund that endowment. And I'll give you a quick example. My home church in upstate New York invited the foundation representative in back in Bill Carlson's time on staff. So 30 years ago, she came and did a wills workshop, talked to First Baptist members about how they could leave a gift to our church. And that was it. No one knew anything about it until 30 years later, a woman in the church left the church a significant gift that has made it possible for the ministry to continue even in tough times where the congregation has shrunk inside, a smaller number of participants on a Sunday, and yet they have the best food ministry in the county. They have a great food pantry because their mission giving can go towards those things. Well, the gift from this woman helped undergird keeping a part-time pastor and keeping the lights on. So that's what we do. You don't know now what the results will be, but 30 years from now, the church will still be going strong because of the gifts that people are making today and the decisions they're making today.
It sounds like some of these meetings with churches, it sounds like this. I've heard this phrase, Legacy Sunday, or having a
Oh,
Legacy Sunday. What is that?
sure. It's just us trying to encourage people, remind folks that their whole life they've been concerned about stewardship and they have wanted to do well by God with their resources, thanking God for the blessing of everything they've ever given. Why would you not do the same as part of your final gifts? And so by having a Legacy Sunday once a year, it's just talking about good stewardship and about the potential for leaving a gift to the church. It's always kind of amazing to me. One, only 40% of people really put a will together. People don't want to think about the fact that they're going to leave the earth someday, and yet we all do. So, when the church doesn't talk about leaving a legacy to the church, all they're doing is keeping God out of the equation. Because trust me, your alumni association, the Cancer Society, the Boy Scouts, all of which are great, great programs, they're asking for legacy gifts. But if the church doesn't remind people, they're not thinking about leaving a gift to the local church or to their favorite ministries. And yet they supported their favorite ministries their whole lives. Our churches mean the world to us. Why would we want to not consider leaving a gift to our local church or to the ministries we care about? So Legacy
Yeah.
Sunday gives pastors a good opportunity just to share a few words about that.
Well, that's really, I think we've kind of maybe piqued some people's interest in some of the ways the foundation could really be a resource to individuals and churches. Um, and the foundation will be coming and be represented at the upcoming New York State Biennial, October 9th and 10th, out in Buffalo. Um, and people could ask more specific questions, or they could just email you. And all that contact information is on the website. Well, it's been great to be with you, Christine. Is there anything that maybe I haven't asked you about or that we should talk about?
Well, first, I want to thank you, Paul. I believe that our churches could do such great ministry in the future, in part if they would give serious thought to creating an endowment today, because there will be hard times. And my message lately has been one of taking us back to Genesis 41. This is our Joseph moment. I mean, hard times are upon us. Our churches are going through well, God's doing a new thing. Let's just put it that way. God's doing a new thing. We haven't figured out what it is yet. None of us doubt that God is in it and God's doing a new thing. But getting from here to there is really critical. And I believe one of the most significant things we can do as churches and as American Baptist ministries is create an endowment. Encourage people to set aside funding now that will get us through that tough time and be healthy and strong when God's new thing unfolds. And so I really want to encourage pastors, churches, church leaders, give us a call, give us a chance to come in and talk to you about what an endowment could look like, and let us help you set one up and encourage your folks to begin giving to it. So thank you. Thank you for the time to speak with you. Thank you for the opportunity to get the message in front of folks, and may God's kingdom continue to flourish as a result of all the work that you are doing there in New York State.
Well, thank you, Christine, for being with us today. Now for some news. You know, Baptists have always found that if they work together, they can accomplish things that an individual Baptist or individual Baptist church can't do necessarily on its own. And so that's one of the reasons why we have the associations, plus also the region, American Baptist Churches of New York State. Summer's a great time to receive the regional offering. It's an offering in which every gift goes directly to the support of regional staff and regional activities that are going on right here in our own area. Sharing the good news together is the theme. And there is a bulletin insert that's found in the abc-nys.org website that and under the tab Regional Offering. It highlights the fact that we not only have staff that keep us connected, but the lay study program, the ABY convention, the regional grants help, especially as churches go through pastoral transition and the training of part-time and shared models of ministry. So think about taking up that offering this summer or any time of year. Also, we've learned that at the upcoming biennial in October in Buffalo, there will be a book exchange. Summer might be one of those times when you look at your library and say, boy, I guess I could let go of some of these things. We don't want them too old, but if you thought someone else might be interested in it, bring it along to the biennial and we'll have a grand giveaway, and you may find something you want too. Remember, you can always find out more regional news on the website through weekly regional emails or on our Facebook page. Finally, just between you and me, this time of year, if you're listening to this in June, you've gone through the gauntlet of Mother's Day, Children's Day, Father's Day, graduations, and all of those things. You might even top the month off with Vacation Bible School. But summer is always a time for some pluses and some minuses in terms of taking a rest as well as adding some new opportunities. We'll be looking at that in the future and hope you're doing something special this summer. Thank you for listening. Please share this program, show others how to follow the podcast on their devices, and let people in your congregation know. Pastors, church leaders, people in the pew, and any interested listeners. We're really focusing on our American Baptist community in upstate New York. In our next episode, we will be coming to you live, well, not live, but at least on location in Buffalo at the Kenmore Baptist Church to be able to talk about our upcoming biennial. And in Baptist tradition, anything said in this program is the sole responsibility of the speaker and does not necessarily reflect the views of everyone in our American Baptist community. That beautiful music is played by Mary Schwartz. Until we meet again, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you. This is your host, Paul Bailey.